Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm currently in the Central Time Zone. It is 10:22 a.m. on the 25th of September. Where I am, what's my location is irrelevant. What I want to say is the relevant piece of the conversation. So, boom. I just I'm riding down the highway and I see something that jarred my memory. How many times I've seen this happen, right? Uh, I just seen this elderly lady driving, driving down the highway. She's clearly she's older. Her skin is real wrinkly. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying, this is clearly an elderly woman. Uh, she has both of her hands on the steering wheel. She's riding beside myself, which I'm driving a tractor trailer, and there's another truck up in front of me. We're both governed, and she's inching along with like 7 or 8 cars behind her in the left lane. It's only 2 lanes on this highway, right? So my advice to you younger people that have elderly parents, you know that your elderly parent should not be driving. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes, us as people, we tired from work, dealing with the kids, whatever the case may be, and you're tired. And I get it. Just let her go ahead. Nah, for some people's folks, that's not a good idea. I'll tell you a little quick story. Uh, I was driving for a friend of mine doing intermodal trucking, pulling stuff out of the port in Norfolk, Virginia. Right? Because this area is not that it's like it's a lot of grass area, a lot of grass area, marsh like type looking areas or whatever. So where his yard is at is kind of like in one of these type of locations. So I got my truck stuck in the mud where we was dropping these containers at. It was very muddy. It had rained recently, so it was messy. Whatever. Anyway, truck gets stuck. So I'm walking from this area over to where his yard is at, which wasn't too far away, maybe like a mile, maybe 2 miles away, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll just walk it down. So I go ahead and start walking. I see this car ride by me. All right, it's dark. It's like not too much light in this area where we're at. This is in Chesapeake, Virginia. So I see the car come back. Now I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? Because this day and age we live in, everybody has a gun. Uh, I think this was a Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. So you know what I mean? Like the energy on Friday night, Saturday night. It's not always good energy. So I see this, this older lady, black woman, pulled up on me, and she was like, "Hey, is that you?" I'm assuming that she thinks that I'm somebody else that she normally sees or speaks to or whatever the case. And she was like, "Yo, I got lost. This. She kept trying to tell me that she thought that I was this other dude that helped her, gave her directions or whatever the case may be to where her son lives at, right? So uh I'm like, yo, lady, like I'm not trying to be funny, but it's not me. You know what I mean? She said, you know good as well that this me and this, I know who you are because you helped me the last time. So I said, okay, this lady has dementia or something like that, right? So me being a felon of convicted nature, I have uh, I feel like I have you know, an insatiable uh, feeling of redemption on my heart, right? To help people. You know what I mean? If I can assist somebody or do the right thing when most people want to do the wrong thing or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna do it, right? So I say to myself, I say, okay, this lady, I assess the situation, and I say this lady is gonna pull up on somebody else. She needs some assistance to get where she's going. So it's better it be me than some other freaking freak. You know what I mean? Like some other frisky or individual looking to get some money or whatever the case, right? Drug addict, whatever. So I'm driving with this lady. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. She's driving. I'm in the passenger seat. I made sure that I made it clear to her, even though she didn't believe me, that I'm not the guy that you thought that I was. Right? So we're driving around, trying to find where her son lives at. She does not have no idea where she's going. She doesn't know the address or anything. So I couldn't even help by using the GPS to get her where she's going. The street that her son stays on is long. So, we riding up in there. So I say, look, why don't you just call your son? Right? Let's call him and find out his exact address. Make this easy for both of us. I'm getting a little tired. I've been working all day, whatever. So the lady finally calls her husband and she like, yo, I got lost. This. What's your address? Get the address. So I made sure that she let him know there's a man in the car with me. He's a good dude. He's helping me get to your address, whatever. Right. So as I expected, when I got there, I could tell by his wife's tone when she said that. It was like what? You got somebody in the car with you? This. Like, who is that? This. So I tell her what my name is. Like, yo, I'm just trying to help you peoples out. Don't trip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no weirdo or whatever. And by the time we got there, uh, they came out the house speedballing, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could tell they both had guns on them or whatever. So I got a safety vest on because you gotta have one on to go on the port, whatever. And I got my TWIC card on me, and I told the son, I put my hands up because I don't want to get shot. I can dig it, you know what I mean? That's this is guy's elderly mother or whatever, so I get it. So they came out the house and they was very hostile, rightfully so. And I told them, I say, look, man, I got my hands up. I say, listen, I'm a truck driver. I got my headset. I show him the headset, show him my TWIC card. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I say, look, your mother was over here where I parked my car at, whatever. She shouldn't have been driving. I could tell she has dementia, and I figured, being that she was persistent on, uh, finding somebody to help her, um, I figured it better be it would be better for it to be somebody of my caliber instead of somebody else. You know what I mean? So dude looked at my TWIC card. He told me he was a commercial driver as well. And once I explained all of that, he can't, he got his wife to calm down because she looked like she wanted to clap. You know what I mean? So like real talk, you know what I mean? So the moral of the story is, you know, he ended up giving me a ride to my car, and I told him, I said, look, bro, I ain't trying to be funny, you know what I'm saying? But your mom has dementia. She shouldn't be driving, bro. Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? His mother was like 70. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You gotta move. Go. You can go. You can go. Yeah. I'm driving too, excuse me. Uh, so I was like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? She shouldn't be driving, man. It's obvious she has dementia. Uh, thankfully it was somebody like me instead of some other nut, you know what I mean, or whatever. And his wife, she was hot, but once he explained to her, like, yo, chill out, man, like, yo, this is dude is a truck driver, blah blah blah. And I told him where we was at, and he was like in disbelief, like, cause there's nowhere, it's not even close to where they stay at. So he thanked me, told me he apologized for how, and I was like, look, you don't gotta apologize, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? If that was my mother and she was that age and had that type of issue, I, I would have been on high alert too. So you know what I mean? It's good. It's all good. You know. I'm just glad it didn't go any further because if it would have had, I would have had to, I'd have had to defend myself. So, uh, uh, the moral of the story, man, you got elder relatives, man, and even though they can drive, that their eyesight isn't the best, or their freaking memory or whatever. Don't let them drive. They're hazardous on the road. Believe me. I can't tell you how many times I've seen uh somebody driving on the highway. The speed limit is like 70, and then when you come up and see the car moving real slow, it's a little old lady or it's an old guy. He probably can't see too good, whatever the case may be. They shouldn't be driving straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying?